They are the shoulders that we stand on now.
God is in this house. So make them hear you. Make them hear you. Go out and tell our story to our daughters and our sons. Make them hear you. Make them hear you. How that justice was our battle and how justice was denied. Make them hear you. Make them hear you. Say to those who blame us for the way we chose to fight, sometimes there are battles which are more than black and white. I could not put down my sword when justice was my right. Make them hear you. Make them hear you. My path may lead to heaven or hell, but God will say what's best. But one thing he will never say is that I went quietly to my rest. Make them hear you. Make them hear you. Go out and tell our stories to our daughters and our sons. Proclaim it from your pulpit in your classroom with your pen. Teach every child to raise his voice. And then, my brothers and sisters, then will justice be demanded by 10,000 righteous men and women. Make them hear you. When they hear you, I'll be near you again. Good evening to you, my glorious sisters and brothers. I am Lieutenant Kanye Gembu, also Hester Wheeler. God is here. God is in this place, and this began a wonderful journey for me. I actually joined because my brother, Lieutenant Kiana Gembu, whose image you saw on the screen earlier, he said we should do this. I was actually afraid of you guys. We grew up right across the street. But my brother said we should do this because it's the right thing to do. It was really the opportunity of a lifetime, which prepared us to spend the rest of our lifetime in pursuit of those significant opportunities. This continues to be a magnificent journey. And I heard it earlier, as long as we celebrate the life and the spirit of those sisters and brothers who have gone before us, they never die. They never die. So while many of us started this journey some 30 and 40 years ago, or some 30 or 40 pounds ago, we still got work to do. We still got work to do. Some of us are mad at each other. We don't even know why. And the only reason I bring that up is because as precious as life is, death is too certain for you to be mad. If you got issues, you ought to let them go. You ought to let them go. We've got work to do, and it really doesn't matter what we accomplish over the last 30 or 40 years if we're not committed to what the next 30 or 40 years look like. So I'm here to be a part of this auspicious celebration to just remind us that we have an extra responsibility to walk in the light, to walk in the light of God's love and consistently renew our faith, our commitment, and never ever apologize for our commitment to self-determination. Thank you so very much. God's good.
Greetings, my brothers and sisters. First thing my daughter said, Dad, please remind them how the Maccabee used to walk us to school. I was so surprised she said that, because she know, as her dad and as being a Maccabee, it was my life. This is a very emotional time for me. These fallen warriors was my brothers and my sisters, my comrades, my mentors, my friends. It is an honor to stand here among you to pay homage to those who gave their life and their willingness to sacrifice all they could to be a Maccabee. To be a Maccabee, to me, means a lot. We sacrificed. We gave our all in all. We said we would do it one time and we would do it again forever. I mean, it's hard to really mention to people what it means to be a Maccabee. I carry a lot of symbols about being a Maccabee. Got a tattoo. You walk in my house, you see things about it being a Maccabee. You look at my car, it's a Maccabee. But you try to explain exactly what it is to people, they cannot comprehend. I got so many stories that I could tell you about being a Maccabee that you would not believe that we could do it. But we did it. From here in Detroit to Atlanta to Houston, Kalamazoo, Flint, we did it. And we'll continue to do it. I've been fortunate. I was chosen to be a commander. I was chosen to be a regional commander in all 3 regions. But I could not have done it without the loyalty, dependability, the friendship, and believe me, they followed my orders. But my own thing about being a Maccabee was I would never do nothing or tell you to do nothing that I wouldn't do myself. I take pride in being a Maccabee. And the main thing, I knew all these fallen warriors. Those fallen warriors have made me a better person I am today. I salute them, I love them, and their memory will be cherished in our hearts forever.